thanks for coming. I think it's better to slightly know each other first. I will introduce, myself first. My name is Lucy. I'm an art educator and then curriculum designer. And I've been, collaborating with the Jamal Art Center, Art Circle Avenue, and the Courtyard here in Dubai. My role is based on, their exhibition. I design a talk or workshop, So I made my program Art to Talks, especially for the young audience to get to know more about contemporary art. So, okay. It's just because it's outside, I printed in a way. It's a very old kind of style, but it's good too. so my program is, consists of two things. First, Art to Talk. So basically, I did upstairs in the gallery, but it's the 10 or 15-minute talk. But I designed not just the talk, from beginning to the end. I told myself, no, I just encourage and let them, to look at the artwork, and then, and then think, and then talk. So it's a carefully designed talk based on the exhibition. And then art making session is not just the making, just based on our talk. I design an activity to strengthen what we talk in the gallery. So you will see more example, at the end, along the way, right? And so I studied early childhood education first. I became a preschool teacher. And while I'm, the teaching kids, I'm really interested in art activity. So that's why I really want to study art educations in a higher degree. So then after that, I study art as well, media art for 2 years. And then I study art and art education in master degree in New York. So after that, I just work with the museums, the galleries to design their curriculums and then workshops and talks. But I'm especially interested in the young audience. They are so interesting. Yeah, so that's me. And then, just briefly, introduce yourself. Yeah. So start from here.
Okay, so I'm not an educator.
It's fine.
Not yet, at least. I have a business background, so also not a creative background. But I'm transitioning into hopefully a creative career. I'm a book author. On philosophy and hopefully a forthcoming filmmaker. So I'm going for a postgrad degree in filmmaking in the UK. Hopefully after that a research degree, and maybe after that come back and start teaching also film.
Okay.
I guess I'm here because I'm interested in this different vantage points. So I've been attending this show for the last 2 days. But I think this is interesting for me because someone like me transitioning this age, from across careers, I feel I could have come at this decision earlier.
Okay.
So I'm always interested in, how could I have done that earlier? And later on when I do sit in front of students, how can I also help nurture that sense of creativity
I see.
earlier?
I see. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Yeah. All right.
I'm an art teacher working at Brighton College.
So it's a secondary school.
Yeah, I teach prep from year 3 up as well.
Okay. So which curriculum are you using? British curriculum. Okay, I see. Okay. Thanks for coming. And then.
Hi, I'm Susan. I'm head of art and head of upper seniors at Brighton College, Dubai, so same school.
Okay.
So we teach right through from year 3 up to year 13. I'm mainly teaching the senior school. Vicky teaches a mixture of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for coming. Right. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Merit and I teach at Upton International School and I teach visual art, design and built environments.
Okay, right.
My name is Paul. I work at Uptown International School with Merit as a design technician. So I work with Merit.
Okay.
And art technician.
And art
I
technician
see.
as well.
Okay, right. Okay. And
Hi, I'm Chihei. I came here as a friend of Lucy. I'm an artist. My background is printmaking, but doing the installation art and the business media. So nice to meet you.
right. Okay. So today, basically, introduce, the my practice, how use, contemporary arts to the young audience, and thinking that, that I just put our title is there, the contemporary art educator. That only doesn't mean, using contemporary art to teach art. So what is, contemporary art educator? So that is the question we are thinking of today, right? And then, so I started it, I went to the preparation for this workshop. I went to the library, Azim there. I asked them, give me, any books, for me is good for the art educators. And then, he, from here to here, he gave a lot of books to me. So, while I'm reading these books, I found one vocabulary really captured what I wanted to say. What is the contemporary art educator? But is a French word. Is anyone who can speak French here? No? Okay, wait a second. The helicopter is, yeah. So can you see that, under the contemporary art educator, there's what does that say? More bricoleur than deliverer. Yeah. Have you heard the vocabulary before? No. Right. For me also it's first time meet here. This book. The institution of education in not New York, it's London. So I also, talk about more about this, but, the Good Education University, they publish, the regularly good books for the educators. So I really strongly recommend, to find the good books. But anyway, I found this book from the library here. When I read this, okay, I found that, bricoleur. So I explained what does that mean, okay? Right. So, okay. The bricoleur is someone who makes things using whatever materials are available, improvise creatively, and solve problems in a resourceful and hands-on way. So, a bricoleur educator is someone who creatively adapts materials and space and then ideas into meaningful learning experience. It really captured what is the contemporary art educators, right? So today, based on my experience as an art teacher and also curriculum designer, I just come up to see 4 key ways of being a contemporary art educators. So it just, kind of humble, my experience. I just, follow my, the practice. I just try to find, the 4 distinctive character. What is, contemporary art educator? So there's a 4, just first one, maybe very familiar for you, but think also freshly. Just first one, a keen observer. The second, a curious explorer. The third, a reflective and knowledgeable practitioner. And 4, a creator of meaningful learning experiences. Sounds very familiar, but actually, we checked ourselves, do we really, practice these things in our, lesson plan or curriculum design, right? So, the first, okay, keen observer. According to the research, many people, visit nowadays art museum, but many people just spend less than 10 seconds, then move on to the next one, right? But of course, the arts educators, so where you guys do the start when you plan your lesson. And then, of course, we go to the text from the beginning, but I really encourage you to spend, ample time to, look at the artwork. Actually, I brought, this book, but I don't, but, our eyes really, beautifully designed, and even the young people, sometimes, we go to the museum, for tour, they just, they start talking from beginning until the end, right? But we are here to see artwork, right? Not just the listening, right? So for my practice, I really encourage the student to look at the artwork first. Yeah. I will show more examples later, but before that, you yourself spend ample time to look at the artwork. So for example, this is workshop, so let's do some practice. Okay, so right. I don't know. So I will see one kind of artwork and have a look. So if you see this artwork in the gallery, okay, you can just, okay, and then pass by. But you stand in front of artwork and then start, questioning, like keen observer, right? Okay, let's look at the artwork, okay? Just always, I start with the question, what do you see? Not just interpretation, just, using your eyes, just tell me, what do you see?
Embroidered birds.
Okay, you can see some birds. Okay, right. And what else you see?
A lady.
Lady, yes. Okay, good. Yeah, we can clearly see the one lady and bird's ears, right? Okay, and let's focus on the ladies, okay? How about, her hair and her clothing or... Huh?
20s?
Oh.
1920s?
Okay, looks like vintage. Okay, what makes you, say it looks like a vintage?
Just the style of how she's dressed, how her hair is,
Uh-huh.
and then the kind of like a, I don't know what the right word is, like a wilted to the
I see.
color finish.
Oh yeah, of course it's not the original artwork. So,
But
but
it's not like a
okay,
high-res
sure,
image.
yeah. Then
Looks like a still from an old movie.
okay, how about her, posture?
She looks worried, like
Okay, something you can see her hands here, right? And then you can see her facial expression. Okay, what else? How about her hair? There is something on her.
She's got like a crown.
Yeah, crown or something. All right.
He covers her with paint red
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
color, so
Right.
she seems to be naked.
Right. So, of course, if we see the original painting, we can more, get to know more about that. But, when we see her face, look at her, lips. Is it closed or, slightly open? A bit open, right? Okay. So what she's doing here, and then there is a birds here, and then crown is here.
she's got a ring on.
What she's about to do? Not, sing. Right. Even, kids, along the way, she was about to sing. Yep. And the birds and, her posture and crown. Yes. She was the first Iranian female singer, 20th century, first female singer without veil. Ah. So her name is, Kamar, longer than that, but it's hard to pronounce. So, yes, like this, we...
Songbird then.
True. That's why the artist put some, the birds here. So like this, even, the one paintings or one artwork, before we teach, okay, we see some artwork, okay, let's go to the text. So, or, check the Googles and everything. So I just, in the contemporary art educator, you spend time, you trust your eyes and mind to think, and then, engage first. Then, you can see that, oh, that's why this kind of things. It's really give the children or your student, give more kind of a meaningful, the connection to the artwork. So the first, character become a keen observer. That is one thing. And, oh yeah, there's so many, but yeah. The next one is a curious explorer. So maybe first one is more kind of invite you to in front of the artwork, but second one is kind of, sending you out to, the source is everywhere, right? It's not only from the national curriculum or my previous lessons. Of course, it's all are important, but, in the contemporary art educator, it's, you know, in the museum as well, we see, you know, even Matchbox become a, you know, the artworks, and then beeswax, and then people in the contemporary artists, they use, you know, play with a lot of materials, right? So we also, as a contemporary art educator, not just, you know, go to the text, or just to explore as many as you can, right? And so I always question myself. Even my previous, you know, the workshop, I questioned where to start. And then, for example, you know, I had a collaborating with Art Circle Avenue. So they asked me to the, you know, the 3 Saturdays, you know, the family, kids and family program. So then, okay, of course, I've been many times in Art Circle Avenue. Okay, then not specific request, but for me, okay, just 3 days a Saturday program. Then, okay, where to start? And then, okay, the Art Circle Avenue. Why they call the name Art Circle Avenue? So Art Circle, you guys know the why is Art Circle is from?
I don't think I've been told this before, but
Yeah, of course, I introduced this to the kids as well. Art Circle is Arabic, but it's an Emirati last name. It's the big family name. So Art Circle family, they are really invested art and culture and then everything. So one of the family member, Abdel Monem, I think he got a really good prize last year. But you know, he loved art and culture, so he just to transform that, you know, that area, you know, to the art and community. So, but I didn't know that. Of course, we don't know everything, right? But they ask question, you know, what is, and then why they call Avenue, right? Right? And now, you know, I'm thinking, you know, we call German Art Center, right? Why they don't know called Art Museum at the center? I'm interested in. And then actually
Good afternoon, everyone. To wrap up CCD for this year, we have one final behind-the-scenes tour about what is a curator. The meeting point will be by the welcome desk in the main lobby. Again, I repeat, we have a behind-the-scenes tour by our Art Jamil team. Meeting point will be next to the welcome desk. We also have a workshop in Sahab, finding your own voice.
I'll finish quickly.
Please feel free to drop in
Don't
at
worry.
any moment.
In
Again,
10
in 10 minutes, our workshop in Sahab will be taking
Okay, in
place,
10 minutes
which
I'll
is main
finish.
lobby next to the library. Take the elevator
Release
second
you
floor.
guys to go.
Thank you and have fun.
Yeah. So just question to yourself, even very, you know, the familiar one. Just question. So yeah. So ended up, you know, I, you know, created, you know, 3 different trails. You know, I think is the best way to introduce this, you know, more than, you know, the 90s different kind of space in Art Circle Avenue. For me also, it is first time explore, you know, the every, you know, as an explorer, curious explorer, I open the door. You know, some place is actually is office. So I'm sorry, but some door in Art Circle Avenue is super big. Is you know, can I open it or no, right? But yeah, so, you know, of course there is the 7 stops every Saturdays, but there is a main stops. For example, always first with the gallery, the contemporary art galleries, FE Gallery, and then, you know, this with the Ishara Art Foundations. And then third week is a special week because it's Art Circle, you know, the Arts Week. So I choose, you know, the 5 galleries. So, but, you know, I mean, how can I made up this, you know, the trail? I just, as an explorer, you know, I question to myself, and then I try to open every door, or what kind of space, you know. So it is, I really, you know, one of the character of contemporary art educator. So, you know, the explorer with the curiosity, right? And then third, the reflective and knowledgeable practitioner. Of course, you know, contemporary art educator doesn't mean just, you know, feeling or just the pick and choose without any ground. Of course, I don't want to, you know, go over all the education, you know, theologians and then everybody, but that is our firm ground, you know, Piaget, you know, John Dewey and Vygotsky, and then Roenfeld, everyone, you know, that is our base. And together with that, of course, you know, I talked about, you know, the Institute of Education, Harvard University and Columbia University. And also this time I also found this one. I don't know, you know, the Amsterdam University of Arts. They also very interesting, you know, the book actually is very practical, but you can use it. So, so use this kind of updated recent resources and then to your practice. And also, what is a reflective meaning, just be open and then, collaborate together. Not only, within the teacher, but also collaborate with artists and then architects and even schools, sometimes, the bus drivers and nurses. It's everywhere. Collaborate. It's really, strengthen your, practice as well as a contemporary art educator, right? So the last one is a creator of meaningful learning experience. Everybody, as a teacher, we don't want to teach what they, don't learn, right? We just not tick the box, right? We really want them to learn what we prepare, what we teach, right? So how can we that things, the meaningful to them? So contemporary art, it is really good, the place to, because really, the contemporary art, make us to, participate in, there's many rooms to, there is no kind of, grand, sculpture or big images, but it's really get us to, the connected to the contemporary arts work. So, and yes, also, the big father John Dewey, said, of course, okay, I go to the museum, I have really interesting there, and then that is not enough, as an educator. We need to organize to be, the educative, try to, stick to them to the remember or, the different before they visit. So that's really we want to. So, but I mean, yeah. So I just better to introduce one final, the project which I work with the Jamil Art Center. So, right. So, I don't know, you guys have visited the Vikram's, the exhibition before here. The Vikram, it is, he is our artist.
Was that the one where there's some landscaping from Sharjah?
Oh, yeah. That one too, right. So basically, this is the picture of the gallery scene. So when you enter the gallery, it look like this. Yeah. I spent time sitting there. I saw many people just come. Some people, walk through there, or some people walk through there, and then, I don't know, go somewhere else. Even they don't know where to start. But yeah, but I choose this artwork to introduce this artist and then, his practice. So, yeah, this is, that time the participators, look at their eyes actually, and then face. I didn't just explain, okay, this is Vikram's artworks, he used this, and then, not that way, I just encourage you to look at the wall, from here to here is one artwork, and here to here, one artwork, and here to here, another artworks, yeah. And then, okay, let's focus on this word. And then what do you see? Of course, it's a small, but they said, oh, there is a letter there. There is a photo. It looks like, I saw some gardeners there, and then, something like that. Just I really, encourage them look at the artworks, and then throughout the gallery talk, they got to know the artist Vikram. Because in a city, so many people, unseen, the gardeners or cleaners. But the Vikram really worked together with that gardeners to, they're, the project basically, in the art, Sharjah, the park, they, design a different, the types of hedges. The gardeners, they do every times, right? But, study, together with the Vikrams, they ended up, the kind of exhibition they're making up. So, after that, you know, I really want to introduce the people behind the scene in the museum as well. The good thing is, you know, the Vikram, the unseen people really, you know, bring up to introduce. And so I just put the title behind the scene in a museum. So, you know, like a Vikram, Vikram sent the letter to the municipality to get permission to doing so. So for me also, I try to follow his practice. So I sent the email to the Jamil Art Center, the staffs, I'm going to do these things with the kids. And then, so I create some, you know, the poem, which, you know, even though they didn't meet each other, the kids and then, you know, the people, I can make a kind of worksheet for, you know, they work together. So, ended up. So of course I introduced, this is Azim, he's in the librarians, she is a one, she is a vice, you know, and then the many more, you know, and just to introduce who they are. You know, he is a librarian, he is the communication, and she is the learning team. And then this is a kind of poem. He is can I read up this poem for you guys? So some part, you know, kids fill in, some part the Alex, he fill in, okay? So, on one lucky days, the kids, you know, they put their own kind of line. So it's a sunny, fun day. So I went to Jamil Art Center with my blanket and family, he said. I met Alex, who just, you know, they're looking at the image and then describe, you know. So I met Alex, who has glasses, look cheerful, and I cannot read it properly, but anyway. So Alex, so what do you do in the museum every day? So next line, actually, I already collected from Alex, yeah. So he said, I work on computer, TV, and projector. I love this place because I get to see many art installation and people expressing their creativity. And then, you know, kids, I love this place too because I can make art, so I can use more of my creativity mind. Something like that. So, you know, every participant, you know, together with the Jamil Art, you know, steps behind the scene, we created this kind of piece of. Then also, we just, you know, like a Vikram, you know, we display the letters and everything, you know. So this one, after that, even, you know, a few months later, one of the participant mom, you know, talked to me. You know, it's every day they pass the Sheikh Zayed Road, and then, but you know, her kid never mentioned about gardener. But after that, when she drive the Sheikh Zayed Road, he really pointed, oh, there's a gardener there, right? So really, you know, that like the Vikram, you know, unseen, people become seen. Like through this activity, also, you know, it's really, you know, the make personal connection with them. So I'm thinking the fourth character, you know, a creator for the meaningful, what was it? Learning experience, yeah. So these are 4 characters I'm thinking for as the contemporary art educator. So, okay, just one last activity before you go. Just because it's I make some kind of activity paper, but this is my the kind of poem. But I just want to know about what you're thinking, who is the contemporary art educator based on our, you know, so it's a brookler. So I don't know, in Korea, we have this kind of word play. We start with the B. So for me, my one start with the be still and quiet. So I want to know about your line too. Okay, just this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. The pen, can I? Yeah, I have a pen. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do?
You can, you say you're a writer, right?
Yeah.
You can a piece of writing. The every letter is a kind of a starting point. But thinking about the meaning of the what we discuss and then everything, or
Contemporary
contemporary educators, yeah. Bricklayer. More bricklayer than deliverer. Contemporary art educator. Mm. Strong vocabulary.
Pardon?
Vocabulary. You put one vocabulary each.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. Good.
You is a difficult one.
Yeah, for me also R is a difficult one for me too. Yeah.
You got detention.
What is? Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Could you?
Do we?
You can read it.
Oh,
Maybe you can start from here to.
I'm sure there's no correct way of doing it.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
fine. It is just for the
So I just start reading the letters.
contemporary art educator.
More
Bricklayer.
than deliverer.
Okay, B.
Be present, role model, in brackets, mistakes and recovery. Innovate, cultivate curiosity
Wow.
and
Uh-huh.
observe,
Mm-hmm.
listen,
Uh-huh.
elevate through questions,
Uh-huh.
understand differences, repeat until tired.
Are you a contemporary art educator?
Yes.
What kind of teacher do you hope to be remembered as? Thank you.
Right now,
And then,
behind the scenes tour by our Art Jamil team.
okay, one more person who can
The
share.
meeting point by the welcome desk. It's open to any and all. Again, I repeat, we have a behind the scenes tour by the Art Jamil team. Meeting point by the welcome desk. Thank you.
Okay.
Brings art to life, reveals hidden meanings,
Mm-hmm.
inspires,
Mm-hmm.
creates new meaning. It's kind of the same thing. Offers ideas and suggestions,
Mm-hmm.
loves what they do,
Wow.
enables conversation, uses art to inspire, radiates ideas.
Oh, you find the radiate. Okay. So you want to share your word?
Mine are mostly one word.
Okay.
Be curious, reflect, imagination, creativity, observe, learn, experiment, use collaboration, and reach out to other educators.
Oh, yeah, great, great. All captured very well. Yeah, can I introduce mine? The lastly, okay, contemporary art educator, but slightly modified by AI. I honest confessed. Okay, so contemporary art educator, more burglar than deliverer. Be still and quiet, ready to enter. Immerse myself in contemporary ways of seeing. Observe what is already here. Listen carefully to materials, stories, and silences. Experiment without fear. Use what I found, what I'm given. Response with intention, care, and curiosity. Are you a contemporary art educator? What kind of teacher do you hope to be remembered as? Thank you.
Thank you.